For all of us here at Studio 415,
have a great day, Carroll.
When one Studio 415 show ends,
that's a wrap!
A new one begins. Studio 415 is a production of the Radio and TV 2 class at Carroll and is led by Mr. Johnston. There are 12 of us involved in making Studio 415. Tristan, that's me, Tara, Nico, Brian, Jared, Mr. Johnston, Studi, Caitlin, Zach, Jake, Emily, and Jordan. The first step to making a Studio 415 show is deciding what stories we will focus on. When picking out stories, we look at factors such as what is relevant at that time, what interests us, what the student body is curious about, and a few others. After groups and stories have been chosen, writing the scripts for each story comes next. The script is the backbone to each news package, as it is what the reporter will read for their voiceover. Once the script and voiceover are done, groups then get in contact with teachers and students involved in their story to get interviews and B-roll footage done. B-roll is the video you see on the screen while the voiceover is read. Tara, Jared, and Brian are setting up for their interview of Nurse Klein that you just saw. They set up 3 cameras for this interview. The video they shot is then taken off the cameras and put into the editing software Premiere Pro, where they edit their final news package, which is a very important step. The second and last step of making a show is filming the live portion in the TV studio. In the studio, there are several positions that need to be filled. Each show we produce, we switch around which positions we go to. The most important position is run by Emily Drake.
Currently, I am director, and I basically tell Jake when to switch the camera angles and make sure communication is happening between in here and on the floor as well.
Emily cues Zach Sagan, the floor director, and Zach relays that cue to the anchors. In the control room alongside the director is the technical director, which is filled by Jake Park.
I'm running TriCaster right now. I'm in charge of every graphics during the news show.
When you see on-screen graphics change or you see a camera switch angles, that change is done by Jake. Jared Garner rolls the script for the anchors and reporters in studio.
I control the teleprompter.
On this day, the reporters are Jordan Maroney and Tara Maceros.
I'm the reporter, and that means I'm going to be reading off and introducing my story.
I'm also a reporter.
Caitlin Traxler and Zach Sagan operate the cameras for the studio to make sure the anchors, Andrew Studi and Brian Macias, are framed up correctly. Last but not least, Mr. Johnston sets the audio levels for the anchors and reporters to make sure they're not too loud or too quiet. After filming the studio portion of the show, Mr. Johnston and myself edit the show to make sure it's all ready to be shown to the school. We do work hard when making an episode of Studio 415, but we still like to have fun. From eating donuts on Wednesday mornings to playing the glorious sport of table tennis to spontaneous dance parties, we like to have fun. But when it comes down to it, our main goal is to tell the stories of the staff and students at Carroll High School.
welcome to Studio 415. I'm Andrew Studi.
And I'm Brian Macias.
And for Studio 415, I'm Tristan Wright.